आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate. Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
On the show tonight, the walk the dog Babu, who was thrown out for vacating a stadium for his pet stroll, comes back as the commissioner of the MCD. On the show tonight, why the Americans say Boeing is at fault, but the Indian investigators say nothing doing is probably the pilot. At 9 o'clock tonight, the last video of Outrage that proves that while everyone watched, he was allowed to die, and the question it raises as we continue to demand progress for the people. And ladies and gentlemen, the more things change, the more things remain the same. Nothing seems to have changed in our country. Why else would a man who disgraced the IAS and the Indian Civil Service by vacating an entire stadium so that he could walk his dog? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, an IAS officer of the 1994 batch was posted in Delhi along with his wife, who's also an IAS officer, and the IAS officer couple decided that they need some peaceful moments while they walk their dog. So they said, listen, there's a stadium out there built at the cost of hundreds of crores of rupees. We want to walk in that stadium. We are IAS officers. Throw out all the people, throw out all the sportsmen, because the taxpayer pays money so that we can walk our dog in a stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, at that point of time, this man was Principal Secretary, Revenue, and he closed all the sporting activities. He said that when I walk my dog, make sure no athlete is in sight, because my dogs and the me time my dogs get is much more important than any athletes practicing. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the pictures of the walk the dog couple. We felt that the government takes the anger of the people seriously. And so when this story was exposed in the media, the walk the talk arrogant bureaucrat was thrown out and transferred as Principal Secretary to Ladakh for health and medical education. And now, let me tell you, the government of India has brought him back. And not in any ordinary position, but he's been made the man in charge of the New Delhi Municipal Corporation. He is the Municipal Corporation of Delhi. He will head the MCD, which has a budget of 17,000 crore rupees, which oversees the welfare of a population of crores. So the walk the dog bureaucrat who abused the system became the symbol of bureaucratic arrogance and insolence, is rewarded by the government of India, which proves, ladies and gentlemen, that all this disciplinary action thing is a sham. All the government wants to do is what in Hindi is called jhasa, a pretense. A jhasa and a pretense of action. Why else would you insist that the walk the dog, the walk the dog, the walk the dog bureaucrat who hit the headlines for emptying a stadium to walk his dog is brought back in that specific job as MCD commissioner? I'll tell you why. Because it's a message that the government is sending, that the people don't matter. If the anger of the people doesn't matter, the people don't matter. It's also a way for the bureaucracy to show that it is nothing but an extension of the British Raj. That because they are civil servants, they can walk their dog and come back and rule the people who were so angry when they emptied a stadium to walk their dog. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not an ordinary situation. Remember, the walk the dog bureaucrat is being brought back in a kingly capacity to insult you, to put you down, and to put you, the citizen, in your place, so that you remember that each time you demand disciplinary action, that disciplinary action will be reversed the moment the people in power want it. The walk the dog bureaucrat will come back. It's a metaphorical slap on the face of the citizens of Delhi and the people of India who felt so angry at this arrogance. Arrogance stays, is the message that we are getting, which is why I began by saying, the more things change, the more things remain the same. Let's debate.
In 2022, he became infamous overnight. A senior IAS officer cleared out Delhi's Thiagraj Stadium, forcing athletes and coaches to pack up early, just so he and his wife could stroll their dog on the running track. He is Sanjiv Khirwar, the man who turned a public sports facility into his personal pet walking ground. It was peak bureaucratic arrogance. The Union Home Ministry stepped in. Sanjiv Khirwar was then shunted out of the capital to the remote Union territory of Ladakh. Today, 3 years after the incident and being shunted, Khirwar is back. The shunted Babu, appointed as the Commissioner of the Municipal Corporation of Delhi, one of the most powerful civic administrative posts in the national capital.
सर उसे बंद करिए आप पहले
सर उस आईएएस बंद तो करिए सर उस आईएएस ऑफिसर को जिसको आपकी सरकार ने शेमफुल बताया था उसे ही आपने एमसीडी का कमिश्नर बना के बुला लिया दिल्ली में सर इस पे क्या कहना है आपको सर
बात करते हैं अभी आइए बात
एक बार आप
बिठाओ बात करेंगे घर में बिठाओ बाइट देते
The irony couldn't be thicker. Progress for the people is India's demand.
So the walk the dog bureaucrat, Sohail, comes back, and he's being brought back in a kingly capacity so that the citizens can be slapped in their face. This I began by saying, Yashovardhan Azad, Anmol Pawar and Lokesh Jindal, this is a metaphorical slap on the face of the people of Delhi and the people of India. You empty a stadium, for a short while you're transferred out because people, are angry, but you're compensated by being brought as the man in charge of crores of people and with a budget of almost 20,000 crores. The walk the dog bureaucrat is back. Our first comment on that comes from none other than Sohail Seth. Sohail.
Nothing's going to happen. Let me tell you. All said and done, I've told you repeatedly that if you think the IAS and all these organizations are going to be accountable, you have another thing coming. It is not a slap on our face. It is showing the people of India the middle finger, saying, "Karna hai jo karo, kya ukhad sakte, kuch nahi kar sakte." And the tragedy is that in a situation such as this, even the courts can't interfere because, it's a routine administrative transfer. But here's my thing. What I'm unable to understand is that the BJP, which came on the plank of being a different party with a difference, how are they different? They're also promoting all these people. They're bringing back these people. Now you tell me, Arnab, how polite is it to tell the people of Ladakh that you send this chap on a punishment posting? Is Ladakh an outpost where people who are punished should be sent? Doesn't Ladakh deserve good officers? It's like when the Supreme Court or, our judiciary transfers upright judges to Meghalaya or wherever else, or corrupt judges to some other courts. You've seen how the bar councils of those courts have risen up in anger and protest. The situation is shame has vanished from our country in a large measure. They just don't give a damn. They don't care. What is amazing is that at least the media is taking it up constantly. Because if
Open
you
lines.
also give that up, there will be no recourse. Then you can kiss everything goodbye and just tolerate what comes your way. You tell me, I've been running a single-handed or partly single-handed campaign on Gurugram. Has it cut any ice? No. There was the furor. There was a lot of angst. The chief minister said, we'll change things, we'll do things. Nothing happens. So much so that the top bureaucrat who looks after the Municipal Corporation, Pradeep Dhaiya, called me to say, oh, I have a tremendous track record. I was in Hisar. I was very good, blah, blah, blah. Nothing's happened. Now, how much will you and I rail against? You have a formidable person in Yashovardhan who's on your panel today. Ask him. He's been in government. He knows how government
No, but
work.
people respond. I see the establishment responds even if for a while, because we felt happy when he was sacked. The point is, this was a very stark
He was
case.
never sacked. He was never sacked.
Yeah, but he was
was never
transferred
sacked.
out. He was transferred out to Ladakh, wasn't he?
Exactly. So naukri kisi ki nahi jati. If this person was in the private sector, he would have been sacked.
So
If Pradeep Dhaiya was in the private sector, he would have been sacked.
are you saying that the bureaucracy is hitting back? But it's not the bureaucracy. It's not the bureaucracy which has brought him back. It's the politician.
I wouldn't blame
It's
the
the
bureaucracy.
BJP government in Delhi. To be precise, Anmol's hand goes up immediately. Is the BJP government in Delhi which has brought the walk the talk Babu back?
When you have a chief minister who doesn't know the difference between IQ and AQI, what intellectual heft do you expect from her?
Well, our lines are
intellectual
open, ladies and gentlemen. Early on the show this evening, 8:17 p.m., Anmol is talking on the walk the talk bureaucrats Nobel Prize that he's got. Yes.
This is not at all shocking, because at the center we have the Bharatiya Janata Party, and in the state also we have BJP, a party who has a track record of rewarding all those who are accused of corruption, abuse of power and serious wrongdoing. So if these kind of authoritarian...
You shouldn't go there, my friend. Anmol, I respect you.
Bureaucrats are being elevated.
You don't go there.
Then there's nothing shocking at all. This is what we can expect from Bharatiya Janata Party. 10 seconds. Today in Punjab, we have introduced the biggest healthcare scheme wherein we are offering 10 lakh cashless treatment to all the people. 25 diseases are covered. But unfortunately, we have no treatment for this mental bankruptcy of this BJP government and these politicians in the Bharatiya Janata Party. All those who are corrupt, red carpets are being rolled for them. The ones who are misusing power, who are abusing the state machinery, they are being elevated in the government and in the bureaucracy as well. So
Arnab, can I come in, please?
This is what we can expect from this government.
I just like to say here, but that what just a moment, please. I think it's good that the Aam Aadmi Party has promised 10 lakhs of insurance for everybody in Punjab, which you're highlighting. That may I please like to remind you that the 2,000 crores that will be used to spend the premium come from us. So don't take it as your personal credit, please. This is really wrong.
What are you saying? We are spending.
Yeah, we are spending. We are giving. Why are you talking? We are spending. We are giving. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. Don't say we are spending. We are giving as if आपने कुछ ऐसे आपने कुछ हमें खैरियत में दिया है.
Who are you to spend?
नहीं, आपका ये जनता का पैसा है, जनता को दिया जा रहा है बेहतर स्वास्थ्य सेवाओं के माध्यम से.
No, anyway.
In all the private and government hospitals across Punjab, more than 900 hospitals.
Okay, I'd like to give you an example. Sohail, let me give a very specific example, and Anmol will not be able to reply to this. Anmol, may I, Anmol, unfortunately, you are no different. After the launch of a statewide anti-corruption crackdown on regional transport authority offices, the Punjab government of the AAP on April 26 last year suspended Swarandeep Singh, Assistant IG, and Harpreet Singh, Senior SP, Vigilance Bureau, Jalandhar, citing grave misconduct and dereliction of duty, unquote, under the All India Services Discipline and Appeals Rule 1969. Well done. Then, the moment it went away from the headlines, the Aam Aadmi Party-led government immediately revoked the suspension of Swarandeep Singh and Harpreet Singh. Both the officers were, in fact, everyone on, reinstated to their previous positions in the Vigilance Bureau, thereby nullifying the disciplinary action. You see, we're not fools. Anmol, we're not fools. You said for, one minute. See, don't do anger management. Don't do anger management. There's a, you're doing anger management. You say people are angry. You are saying, no, Sohail, Yashowardhan is coming in. So, you are saying people are angry, thoda hata do na. Log gussa thanda karne do. फिर अभी लोग नहीं देख रहे, ले आओ, सिस्टम हमारी है,
पर्दे के पीछे और फिर पर्दे के सामने,
करेक्ट,
पर्दे के पीछे ले जाओ 2-3 महीने के लिए, 1-2 साल के लोग भूल जाएंगे, पर भैया आजकल कोई नहीं भूल रहा, कोई
भूल नहीं रहा, देख रहे हैं ना अभी. Now Yashowardhan, I gave an example.
मैं आपकी बात से सहमत हूँ.
No, why is this?
सबसे
this is like, you know,
कड़ी कार्रवाई की जा रही है सबके ऊपर.
why is the BJP government's
indulging in any kind of corrupt practice?
Why is the BJP government's relationship with IAS officer, dog walking?
We have wiped out Nasha Mafia in Punjab.
Can you just?
We have wiped out Gangster Raj in Punjab.
Don't even go there. I don't want to say
Nasha Mafia to bolo hi mat.
Punjab police come after
now,
me.
let me say one.
Punjab police, Punjab cabinet has happy hours. I don't want to go there, but I have not said it.
I'll show you hard facts, Arnab ji.
Okay, one minute. Just 1 minute. You know your love, the BJP government's love for dog. I am talking to Lokesh. The BJP government's love for Dog Walker Babu, Sanjiv Khirwar is like Donald Trump's love for Marco Rubio. He genuinely believes there is nobody else. Yesterday in Davos, Trump referred to Marco Rubio 27 times. He's absolutely in a bromance with him. My question is, this Dog Walker Babu coming back. See, when out of hundreds of IAS officers, you choose the same one. You choose the same one who walked his dog and emptied a stadium. You are sending a message. You are sending a message. I say, tell us what the message is. Say that people don't matter. Say that people don't matter. People can go to hell. The system is more important. Yashowardhan Azad, please, lines are open. Yes, lines open.
Arnab, I would just like to...
One of the very important points which Sohail made was, and he pointed it out, it's a glaring mistake on the part of the government, is that the disciplinary action against the wrongdoers is very, very weak in this country. So as you pointed out in the case of Punjab, exactly the same thing has happened. When the public was so riled up, the government, out of sheer shame, transferred this man out. It was, as Sohail says, it was a kind of a temporary reprieve from him. He went there. The worst part of the tragedy is that he has been brought back to a high-profile position, which has the maximum outreach with the people. You know, if he would have hidden away in some Secretary Animal Husbandry or something like that, perhaps, you know, it could have been a little safe. But like the happy hours which Sohail was pointing out, it's happy hours for him now. Happy days are ahead again. And that is the problem in this country, that these bureaucrats, and of course, they are managing the system. The IS is virtually in charge of the cadre management and everything. And the government, yes, this posting has been done at the behest of somebody important in the BJP, because MCD chairman is a very, very important post. But despite the post having the maximum people outreach, you will hardly have any MCD commissioner or even a police commissioner coming out, talking to the people, getting feedback and reactions. So yes, this has been done with a purpose. This gives a clear message to the people, and unfortunately, a very wrong one.
So you said somebody important took the decision. Obviously, that somebody very important did not think. 1 minute. 1 minute. I want Lokesh. Obviously, that someone very important did not think. Just a minute. Did not think. Wait a minute, yaar. Anmol, ek baat bolne do yaar. That someone very important did not think.
Aam Aadmi Party has courage. It's his channel. He's the owner. He's the anchor. Usko bhi interrupt kar rahe ho tum log.
No. I'm saying here that someone very important did not think that emptying a stadium to walk a dog was a very important thing. which means there's a gap between the thinking of these politicians and our thinking. A huge gap. Yes, Lokesh, please make your point.
Arnab, first of all, I'm very happy that you've taken up this issue. It's media par excellence, and this is something, these are the issues that should be taken up by the media. But I would like to raise certain points here. After 2022, the officer was transferred to Ladakh. But how can you be so sure that he has not worked in Ladakh? What about his 3-year track record? If this IAS officer would have done exceptional work, would have improved upon his ACR, would have after his 2022 misconduct, he would have gone through the code of conduct and the disciplinary action after he's taken up, he has improved upon.
So
and
you're saying that what if in the
been,
last 3 years he has not walked his dog in a stadium after emptying it?
No,
we should forgive it.
What I'm saying is the response has to be fair. We cannot subject every person to
You're saying we're not being fair.
Subject him to media trials.
You're saying this is a media trial.
I would say that the media must ask the government on what grounds, on what work has he done, and on what basis are the officers they are given plum postings and transfers.
I'm sorry, but I'm only on walk the dog. Sohail is coming back. Sohail, take the pictures full frame. Let people remember. Yeah, 1 minute. Sohail.
I've understood you.
2 windows. Yeah.
I suggest you read Alice in Wonderland, because everything you've said makes curiouser and curiouser for company. I mean, now you want the government to issue a press conference and tell Lokesh, Arnab Goswami, everyone ki bhaiya, dekhiye, isne ye kaam kiya tha 2023 mein, 2024 mein, 2025 mein, isliye hum wapas le aaye. Are you living in cuckoo land? I mean, are you involved in the Congress? But boss, even you can't suspend your animation and your so much. A, B. Lokesh, it's about the optics. The optics of a very senior officer. Yashovardhan made one point. He is going to be the boss of managing, cleaning, operationalizing, looking after India's capital.
Hot calls.
It's called Delhi, which Aam Aadmi Party used to be very familiar with, especially when it came to certain areas of beverage management. My point very simply is, when you have so many IAS officers, why would you choose a person who you know will have a controversial slant to himself? You're absolutely right. He may have totally changed. He must be a very good officer. But it's the optics. The optics always are more important in politics than anything else. You know that, yeah. I mean, look at the Congress.
This is,
you have won
lines
so many
open.
elections under. But wait, you have won so many elections under Rahul Gandhi. You have not changed him because the optics would be bad.
Sohail, what I'm saying...
Usha from Dehradun is on the line. Usha.
Namaste, Arnab ji.
Hi, Usha.
I've been a lateral appointee in the Ministry of Culture, and I can tell you that this kind of behavior is very, very rampant. They are extremely entitled. I had a very hard time. They treated me very badly because I was an outsider. Babus get all the facilities. They get all the perks. But I want to know one thing. Is there no punitive action?
No, this seems to be a reward, Usha. This is a reward.
I think that the ministers sitting there are so scared. In fact, they've been told in front of my eyes and ears that, sir, unko kuch mat kahiye, wo IAS hain. Pura lobby aapko hila dega. I mean, these kind of things, they are going to talk. How can anybody...
But this one, Usha, is a bit too much, you know. This is a bit too much. I've got Gangadhar from Bengaluru. Gangadhar, are you there? From Bengaluru? Okay, we'll take more calls in. Viewers, people are surprised that this is happening, Yashovardhan. But you know, it's more the fact that the individual concerned has come as this job. If a minister would be sacked or suspended for this kind of action, you wouldn't make him Prime Minister tomorrow.
You see, there is a particular reason for appointing people like this, so that they remain, because the public perception has been so negative against this guy, and his coming back will again generate these kind of reactions. To keep a compromised man in a very high-profile post like this, I think it serves and suits some of the ideas of the governance which people would like to
And it's
project
also the
through
return of VVIP racism in an institutionalized way. So is the BJP saying here that we also believe in VVIP racism? We just make it even more stark. Arun is calling from Delhi. Arun?
Yes.
You're going to have
I
this
just
man
want
as
to
MCD
know
commissioner. Your thoughts?
Whether government of Delhi has given him a clean sheet after the inquiry which was initiated against him. That's all. Nothing else. If it is clean sheet has been given, then on what ground he has been given? That's all I want to know.
Yes, Mr. Azad. On what grounds?
The question, the question is, what is an inquiry and what has it been cleared of? Walking a dog in an athlete stadium when it is emptied of all the athletes, what kind of inquiry and by whom? Tell me, if you place this visual or you place this inquiry report before anyone, would anyone say that he should be brought back to a particular position which is people's friendly
the sense
and which has
is,
the maximum
the sense I get,
outreach?
Mr. Azad, is that the politicians don't think these are big issues. For them, these are small issues because these are small issues. They want these privileges. Today, I say with absolute clarity that the Lal Batti culture is back and how in our country. There are huge, the new trend of BJP leaders having stainless steel BJP flags, stainless steel BJP placards, notices, mentioning, even if you are a sarpanch from a particular area, you'll put BJP all over it. It's an attempt at public bullying.
With due respect to my good friend Anmol, Aam Aadmi Party came on such a strong wicket of non-VIPism. They said we will remain the common man. Fair enough?
No.
Everyone loved Arvind Kejriwal for that. What did they do? Kejriwal has a cavalcade which is longer than probably what Donald Trump uses.
He has 29 cars in his
cavalcade.
cavalcade.
Chief Minister. He's not even a chief minister, Anmol. बेटा इतना लंबा cavalcade में क्या होता है? Ambulance भी जा रही है, cough syrup भी जा रहा है, 10 गाड़ियां जा रही हैं. He's got a separate house in Chandigarh in that fancy sector. Now you tell me, Anmol. No, 1 minute. I know you're a very decent person and you have to defend the party. But you tell me, when Arvind Kejriwal built a very small house for himself in Delhi, was that fair? Your own MP Swati Maniwal or Mariwal objected. You know that. I know you have to defend Aam Aadmi Party and I respect you for that. But sometimes, my friend, आप ही बोलो ना कि आपकी पार्टी भी succumb कर गई.
I'll correct you. Arnab ji, I'll correct you factually. You raised an issue, although I'm not a spokesperson of that particular person, but you raised an issue of Punjab, wherein you stated that we have reinstated an officer. That particular officer was reinstated on August 28, 2025 after departmental inquiry and prior approval of Union Home Ministry.
So your now argument is we are all reinstating them together.
Shor dosh nando ghosh. There's an old saying in Bengali.
No, we are not reinstating them together. The ones who are involved in it will not be spared. The ones who are involved in corrupt practices will not be spared.
This is like, I'll tell you, I'll give you an example. Anmol, that is as, Anmol, this is as,
he has a cavalcade of 50 guards.
Anmol, you are saying.
Why don't you compare Arvind Kejriwal ji for the kind of work he has done in the field of education?
How do you compare Arvind Kejriwal to the Prime Minister? Arvind Kejriwal is not even a Chief Minister. What are you talking about?
You are comparing an RSS leader's cavalcade to Arvind Kejriwal and therefore justifying Arvind Kejriwal. Two wrongs make a right.
No.
Did the RSS person ever say that he's a common man?
I'm saying, why don't you compare Arvind Kejriwal ji for the kind of work he has done in the field of education? For the kind of work he has done.
No. One next caller, Captain Christopher, is calling from Mumbai. I would like to remind everyone talking of reinstatements that a certain individual with a very slimy record called Parambir Singh, with a very slimy record, on June 5th, 2020, on instructions of Uddhav Thackeray and Aditya Thackeray, I presume, revoked the suspension of a person even slimier, called Sachin Vaze, and revoked his suspension and put him in charge of the crime intelligence unit of the Mumbai police, and that man is now in jail in connection with the Antilla bomb scare and Mansoor Kiran's murder. So, you people don't learn a lesson. Lokesh, you see what's happened? I'll tell you one thing. People are back. I open the lines, you'll realize, Lokesh, how people are. People are angry like hell. Angry like hell. Just that you're not feeling it, Lokesh, because you've recently switched over to the BJP, it seems.
Arnab, we need to look into the institutional framework where things are to be corrected.
Come on, this is as novel an idea as Kiran Bedi saying we need police reforms.
No, the whole
Please.
point is, the whole point is, there is a code of conduct.
Why was the dog walk the dog minister brought back? Simple. Captain Christopher, answer. Captain Christopher's last caller on this. Why was he brought back? He was brought back to insult us. He was brought back to abuse us. He was brought to bring people back into their place. He was brought back by the politicians to teach the people of India a lesson. That yes, people will walk their dogs and the people cannot do a thing about it. Captain Christopher is on the call. Captain Christopher.
Good evening, Arnab. Always a pleasure to be on your show.
Sir.
And more importantly, when we have people like Suhail and General Bakshi, they're extremely articulate with what they say, and it dampens the show when you have people like the Aam Aadmi Party and the PPP, I think, so that's what they call themselves now. Two things on it. First of all, I do not understand this saying for a temporary reprieve, you send somebody to Ladakh.
Yeah.
Are you trying to say that the people in Ladakh or in Assam or in Darjeeling or whatever are of less value than anywhere else?
Yeah, why was he sent to Ladakh? Exactly, very right. Like it's a punishment posting.
Legal who are sent on to Allahabad court and things. Is that some kind of a joke? But coming to the point here about walking and the Lal Batti, the last week or so, the subject has been about corruption.
Yeah.
And I honestly believe, as you had said, I think about 2 days ago, it is time that you invite the Prime Minister. I have the highest regard, highest respect. There is nobody in this planet who is as good as Prime Minister Modi. But whether he's got the right people, I'm not too sure.
Well, you've said something very strong, and you have a right to say it. Thank you very much, Captain Christopher.
Why haven't you questioned Medha Rupam, the DDMA chair of Noida, who's responsible for this young techie who has been killed, just because she's a daughter?
That
of
debate is at 9
Kumar
o'clock.
Bharti?
You're welcome to join. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not selective on any issue. I bash up everyone because I owe nothing to anyone at all. Sohail knows that. Ladies and gentlemen, to my next debate tonight, where I feel that Air India 171 crash is very mysterious, in Sohail's language, getting curiouser and curiouser. Now, a US aviation safety report has revealed that Boeing 787 had numerous technical faults throughout its service, including system failures from its first day with Air India. For some strange reason, the American thinks the problem is with the plane. But India's so-called aviation authorities, DGCA, AIIB, or whatever, are deflecting responsibility, trying to focus on the pilot instead of Boeing. Straight question to the DGC and the Civil Aviation Ministry. Are they very afraid of questioning Boeing?
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला। सिप सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप।